sexy. Sexy.
But it's a, so I should
Okay.
probably just, you know what? Yeah.
Sexy butt.
Okay.
That's what I got to say about this. Hey, we got a thunderstorm last night. Let's walk over here to the rain gauge. I had 7/10 at my house, but it doesn't look like that much down here because I don't see any puddles laying around. Ooh. Only 2/10. Beggars can't be choosy. 2/10 is better than 0/10, at least with the old math. The new math, that may not be the case. Things are looking a little better. We hit a high of 100 degrees, 101 degrees, so that's the third 100-degree day in about a week, I think. Cooler today, less humidity, a little bit cooler, 94 degrees today, and then another 90-degree day tomorrow, a few 80s, and then back in the 90s, I think. But hey, as I said, some rain is better than no rain, so I'll take it. But we need more. I think there's another chance of storms this afternoon, so let's hope we get some more. 2/10 isn't going far. Hey, are you okay? I guess you are. You're still moving. All right. I'll leave you alone. You look like you're having fun. I just couldn't resist. You know who made that line famous? Yeah, I just had to do it. Sorry. I just got some new LED lights I want to try out. They just screw into a regular light socket, and then it's 3 different panels here that are adjustable. So let me plug one in and see how bright it is. This is all I got at the moment. Oh man. I guess this trouble light doesn't work. What the heck? Okay, my trouble light doesn't work. So I've got to find another one. Hey, we got rain last night. It was actually a nice rain that fell. It fell over about 3 or 4 hours. I had about 3/4 of an inch at my house. Looks like they got close to that here. What do we got in here? Oh yeah, almost 7/10 in the gauge. So that is a great rain. Much needed. Soybeans look a whole lot better right now. It's not going to help our corn. Temperatures are a little bit cooler. It's July 31st. I think Washington, D.C. has recorded 28 days in July that were 90-degree plus. I've recorded 3 days that hit 100 degrees over the last week, so that really hurt us. I think we've only had about 3.5 inches of rain total in the month of July. I'll have to go back and tally that up again, but it has not been much. That was coming off of a very dry June. I think I mentioned that earlier in another video, that it was the driest June we'd had in about 25 years. So we can do with little rain until the temperatures get above 90 degrees, and that's really what has hurt us this year, are those warm temperatures, especially when it gets to 100 degrees. Crops have really suffered, corn especially. I haven't even gone to look at my corn in the last 10 days. I'll just get depressed over it. maybe today or tomorrow I'll go look at some ears and pull them back and see what they look like. But based on what I'm seeing with the neighbor's corn here, maybe a half a crop. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I'm going to spray some soybeans this morning. They're not under stress now. Cooler temperatures, 3/4 of an inch of rain. Life is a little better, but still room for improvement. Well, there's an ear. It's not that great. Not as bad as I thought either, but as you can see, or maybe you can't, yeah, they're not really that big. But they did pollinate decent, so I am a bit surprised about that. It's hard to hold the camera with one hand and try to shuck this back with the other. Now that ear's not too bad there. A little bit longer. Filled out decent. It's going to be what it's going to be. Nothing we can do about it now. Yeah, we tried to get 2 ears on that one, but it didn't quite materialize. Hey, look at that. We got 1.5 ears, I believe. Let's see what happened to this second one on here. Hey, the second one actually has a little bit on there. That doesn't happen too often in southern Maryland. So just from the outside, it's not looking that bad. A decent stand. Just not as big of an ear on there as I would like to see. But hey, for what was I figuring up? 3.8 inches of rain in July. And I think we had 2 inches in June. So less than 6 inches of rain on this corn since it's been planted. Not looking bad for that. Yeah, that corn may not look that bad now. I really was expecting a whole lot worse. But it ain't in the bin yet. We got hurricane season to get through, and it's been an active season so far. We've got, I cannot say this, Isias? Isias? Anyhow, we've got that hurricane brewing. Looks like that could be coming up the East Coast. And this is, wow, that's a big deer. This is an active season. Here it is, July 31st, and we're already on I for hurricanes. So, yeah, a hurricane could come in and just wipe us right out here, flatten this crop, and then we've got nothing. So, I'm not counting any eggs or chickens or squirrels yet, because we still got a ways to go. It looks like we had another gust of wind come through. There's the valve to the other tank. That tank was sitting over here in the yard, but look where it is now. It is all the way down there at the barn. I guess a gust of wind came through soon after that eye moved through and rolled that tank all the way down there. I was about to get upset because I thought someone had rode through my bean field. You see where these beans are shorter right here, this path? Well, I just realized the tank, this is where that white water tank blew down to the barn over there. So it took this path down through the field, and so I guess it mashed those beans and left a path there, the path of destruction. Here's the valve to that tank. The other tank is still sitting there in the ditch. I knew that was a good place. That was a good place for that one. It wasn't going anywhere. All right, let's see what the final count was with the rain. How much additional rain did we get here? Another 0.2 of an inch. And I see one other thing. You're not going to see it from here, but I see the paddle boat moved. It's no longer leaning up against the barn. It's now sitting over in the grass. But I guess what happened is that wind shifted as the eye of that storm passed over us, and then those winds shifted around, and that's why everything moved from when I was here earlier. These guys have been hard at work today. There's a lot of cleaning up going on here. Those trees have been cut back. They've cut all of these trees here. That's been cut. That one has not been cut yet, but they're out in the yard cleaning. Well, okay, I got it. Let's see what I can do with it. I gotta watch those power lines above me. Yeah, I got room. He says as he gets zapped. I think what I will do, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. If I can lift it up high enough, maybe I can get it on that concrete pad and then let it down and pull it towards me to sit it upright. Yeah. Okay, let me put you outside here so you can see me get mauled by a plastic water tank. Okay, that's one down. One more to go. That's the bigger one. That's a 2,000 gallon tank. This one is a 1,500 gallon. That's where the valve went in. Threads don't look too bad on that. So we may be okay with plenty of Teflon tape. Screw the valve back in and I think we're good to go. Hey, the last way worked pretty good. I will put the chain under here, roll the tank towards me. I want that top at the top. That way when I put it down on the concrete and flip it up, the valve will be in the right position. That's what I'm gonna try. Hold on. This tank doesn't have the ribs on it to hold that chain in place, but we're pushing against the tractor, so hopefully it won't slip. Note to self, before the next hurricane, fill these tanks with water, or at least put a couple 100 gallons in there. I can do this a couple of different ways. I can set it down right where it is and flip it up onto the platform, or I can try to spin it around before I sit it down and put it up on that pad like I did the last one. Okay, let me see. Says the blind man. I'm not sure if I can tilt this one on its side, but let's give it a go, see what happens. This one I can't do. It's just too awkward to get a grip on it. I can maybe take the tractor on the other side, put the forks under it and lift it up that way, but it may still be too soft in the yard to do that. That was harder than it should have been. And I left a few marks in the yard, but hey, as long as the blonde keeps cutting the grass for me, I'm not worried about the marks. All right, I guess I'll move the paddle boat and I'm done. See ya!